Good evening, everyone out there in Facebook land. I am live doing my live show that I plan on doing every Friday night at 6 o'clock. So I'm going to start inviting friends and just go down the line here and just invite a bunch of people. I'm getting used to this thing. So I'm experimenting. Now, Pets won again. So I have a questionnaire for you guys to answer. So if you could please answer that questionnaire, that would be greatly appreciated. Just because it gives me focus for next time. I do love enjoying pets, but I don't want to just be known as the pet guy. I want to, get my stuff out there and do different things. So first one was politics, and that was all fine and dandy, and I enjoyed that one. That got me some interesting stuff. And tonight, as you can see, I got two wonderful pit bulls here by Mr. Ramirez. Mr. Ramirez, personally, he messaged me about his two pitties here, adorable pits. I love pit bulls. Some of you might not. I don't care. You can not like pit bulls all you want. But he wants to get these two adorable ones tattooed. We'll see if he still wants to get them tattooed after I get done with them. But apparently there's siblings here, and you can see there's. I always ask for like minimum of 3 photos, and I'm not trying to gripe, but there's a lot of shadow, so I kind of lose some detail. But there's a lot of wrinkles in the face. If you can see here, we got a different kind of eye. This is more of an Asian, more of an almond kind of eye here. Here we have kind of an up and a block eye that we're going looking at here. Definitely two different kinds of noses we got going here. The black makes this nose look really big. We got some pink going on. I'm doing black and white, and we got spottage. We got a nice half mask here, but there looks like, I can't tell if this is just eye boogers or if this is coloration here. And the ears are folded back. I assume that both ears are the same, and that this one is not heavily cropped. I have mixed feelings about cropped ears, and we have a patch on one ear. We got, looks like a little brown on this ear, so I have to analyze kind of what I got going on here. Now, as the shape of the animal's head goes, it is much like almost like a home plate kind of a thing going on with a couple of cut-off edges, because I can't think right now. I've been sick the past couple of days with bronchitis, so if I sound a little weird, that's probably why. Hopefully I don't get kicked off like I did last time. I am watching Manny Pacquiao, and watching Manny Pacquiao singing with Will Ferrell. And I never noticed that Manny Pacquiao, his left eye is a lot higher than his right eye. So I'll probably get hit in the face a bunch. But you guys don't want to hear me talk about Manny. You want me to draw these great and wonderful dogs. So I'm going to check, see how things are going. I have a few people watching, which is excellent. Thank you for watching. And I'm going to get to work. If you have any comments, any suggestions, I'll check the comments bar every so often. You can find me on Minds, where I'm moving. And you can also find me on Twitter at Big Mike Roate on Twitter. And I have, you can support me. $1 is gracious. If you want to hit my tip jar in either a Subscribe Star, PayPal, or Patreon. I'm probably going to phase out my Patreon. That seems to be going downhill after a whole bunch of political stuff. But so the Subscribe Star is up and running. I'm going to do some more stuff with the pages. So, as always, we're going to start with, come on now, there we go, we got it working. brush properties. Where are my brushes? So I'm gonna start drawing a layer here. There's the picture right there, and I can make it disappear, blah, blah, blah. All right, we're gonna put that off the side. Let's go. And I like my brush properties. I always seem to have to move this stuff around. So there we go. There's my stuff. There it is. There we go. There's my pucks. I like my pucks. Shut the puck up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, baby. All right. Let's get these two cuties working here. So I'm going to go with the pencil, and I'm going to make it hard. Let's put the opacity right around 40. Let's get the gold. And I don't want a black. I like working with a nice blue, like kind of a light blue. There we go. So we're going to put that there. And we're going to start making this girl's head over here. And I'm just sketching it out with the eyes right about here. So the nose is going to start right about where the eyes is. So we got that divided in half. So boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So let's go, line's going down. We'll get this ear. Let's go a little longer. Go a little longer. It should be up a little bit more. Kind of round it off. Hi, buddy. How you doing? When you hear my buddy, you gotta know that's my dog Gringo. Gringo loves me lots. All right. This needs to go down. Yeah, let's. Let's curve it around. And let's accentuate that nose. I really like that nose. It's just like a huge cold nose that's guaranteed to wake you up in the morning. You're like, Jesus, I'm up, let's go. So and we want that to go down. And boom, 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 boom. So, and in and out. Let's go a little bit more out and go in. There we go. In and out. That's how this dog's face goes. Let's sag those a little bit. I like how they sag. Let's sag those. Just a puppy jaws. Yeah, just a puppy jaws. Look at the puppy jaws. There we go. Look at that. So, and the main reason for doing this is, one, entertainment, showing off a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I like to show off my talents. Some people might think I'm talented, other people don't think I am. But, I don't talk to those people. So, I like to have a nice, echo chamber on how great I am. So there we go, and we'll get that. There's like that. That ear is kind of weird. It's got kind of a curly Q there. I don't know what to make of that. And then in here, like there, boom. All right, and we got these. I want to make those eyes a little bit bigger. So boom, boom, boom. They're like just big old eyes. Big old eyes. Yeah, let's do this side. Big old eyes. I really got to get an angle onto this desk. I got a little pop-up desk. I'm so used to drawing at an angle. I'm drawing flat. And the way that I'm sitting, it hurts my hand after a while. It's the only time my hand's ever really hurted in long times. And yes, I used hurted. Hurt is an actual word. So just remember, I am an arts teacher, not a language arts teacher, so suck it. All right, here we go. Some Patchies. So I love dogs. Cats are all right. I don't mind cats. I had a cat for a long time. The cat that I had, because I never had a cat, my girlfriend at the time, I was telling her I really would like an animal, you know, and so she got a cat for me. She tried to call it Meriday, and I'm not French. And the reason why she tried to call it Meriday was because it pooped in her car. Well, it's a barn cat. It just goes everywhere, right? But she kept saying, "Oh, cats are so easy to train." Oh, what a liar she was. That cat took a while to get trained using the litter box. We'll shave that down a little bit, make that look more. It kept pooping where I was pooping, or it kept pooping in the closet. So I eventually moved it to the cat bin to the closet, and that worked out a lot better. But it took a while. Let's get the eraser. I want to erase some stuff here. But the cat lived to be 17 years old. She got mad at me after we moved the last time, and she just would hiss at me and then left, and then out the door. By the time I didn't mind, because she'd always stay nearby. I just let her kind of freak out underneath the car a little bit, and then she'd come back in, but she left. I never saw her again. And I think she just felt her time was up. And, like you always see the guy that's trying to get rid of the dog because it's better for the dog, how they yell at him and try to get him to go, and the dog doesn't want to go because it loves the master or whatever. Well, I was basically the dog in the scenario. She was a good cat. I called her CC, short for a Spanish name that I probably shouldn't say online. Because sticking with the poop thing, one CC was Chica, and the other one met Poop. So there, we got some sad eyes going there. Yeah, let's give a little bit of a body here. So there we go. So, and we have that nice boom there. All right. And this dog is at an angle. So let's kind of get the angle going. So, move it down that way. But I love dogs. If you if you have any information on the dog that I had when I was married, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I made a decision, and I just want to live with ignorance that I made the right decision, because I gave up the dog, and I emailed her that if you ever want to get rid of the dogs, get rid of the dog. Can't handle the dog, whatnot, please let me know, and I'm more than happy to come grab the dog wherever I'm at. I don't care if I'm in Tennessee or whatnot. I'll come grab the dog. So my hope, she was a great dog, very well trained. I put a lot of time into her. But if I made the wrong decision for that dog, I don't want to know about it, because she loved that dog. So we got the almond eyes, and it kind of looks like she's. Let's look sideways at. So her sister, her brother, or whatever. Here. So there we go. Like she stole. Yeah, let's do that. Let's cutesy it up here a little bit. So we're gonna put some bubbles here. And then we're just going to go ahead and put a trash bin. So I know how my dog loves getting the trash. So So we'll put the wrinkles around it. So, you know, it's trash. Put a little bit of fluid coming out of there. Of course, you know, you need a chicken bone. Some more trash things. Blah, blah, blah. Oops. I might do that. And I'll think about it. There we go. So, you know, get that bump. We don't quite have that bump with this one here, but we see we got a nice kind of a triangle bump with this one right here. So let's get that in there. There we go. She doesn't have a lot of wrinkles on her head, but she's adorable nonetheless. And her brim there, that's kind of a really wide thing she's got going on there. And her nose, they got different noses or snouts. You can see this one is a little bumpy. So I'm going to put that bump in there. And then she doesn't quite have the drooping jowls. This one doesn't. So there we go. We got some. We have some patches here that we need to put in. So we got a dot here, small dot there. Yeah, that looks about it. There we go. All right. There we go. And this one has like cheeks. It's got that pit bull cheeks, you know, like this, almost like a hamster. Yeah, those cute cheekies. Yeah. There we go. Let's get that down here. There we go. Look there. And I'm assuming this one's probably a lot more muscular. This one's, I would assume, by just looking at the faces and how they are, not really looking at the bodies, but I would assume this one, especially what I see here, it's probably a little bit more muscular. And this one's a lot more leaner. And probably a speed demon outside, I would assume. I assume this one's a lot faster than this one. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. So let's just have her kind of behind there. There we go. Let's put that mask in there. There's like a bump here. So there's like a Gorbachev looking thing here. It comes down. Kind of goes right around the eye. Down the cheek, almost hits. There we go. That's good. So got that there. All right. There's the rough sketch, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm getting a lot faster at this. Let me know if you think I'm getting faster. I've been messing with digital art off and on, and I just get frustrated because I finally can draw. Like, I don't have to change how I draw too much and slow myself down. Hi, buddy. Yeah, so I know. You hear me talking, you think I'm talking to you. I'm not. I want to hit. I want to hit the button. Let me hit the button. All right, can I hit the button? Why won't you let me hit the button? So, thanks, Dean, for that wonderful ooh. I appreciate it. I will remind everyone, if I'll be checking comments every so often, so please feel free to comment, have a conversation. I can even type here and comment back to you if you like. So, Howdy, y'all. I want to move more to digital, and I started off with airbrush and pencil, then I moved to marker and airbrush, then I moved from that to I tried out many different things, and I've always kind of wanted to go digital. It was something that kind of admired me, but I was always too big of a chicken to buy the pad. And I got one pad, but it was real small drawing surface. It was a pain to use. Then I got another pad, and the program that I was using, it was at a delayed, so I had to really slow down my drawing to get there. And now that I got some newer equipment, and I bought a new pad for me for Christmas, because apparently I wasn't a good boy. Santa didn't give me anything, but I had a few loved ones did. So I bought me another one I was kind of looking at, did some testing for Christmas to start going on, get more serious about it. And that worked out well. It's a pressure sensitive one. I still got to work with it a little bit, and it's been great. So as I keep talking and rambling on, feel free to hit me up on mine on Twitter. I'll post stuff on Twitter. I have a big micro art or whatever on Facebook where I post my art. I also post my culinary stuff, mix and match. I just don't want to be one thing. And I'm also, you can e-begging if you like. Give me $1, give me $5. Give me nothing at all. I'm just doing this so I let people know what I'm doing. Please share my stuff. Like, share, and subscribe. But you can find me here in the comment section or where it's written. You can support me on Subscribestar. You can also support me on PayPal. The link is in the text. Or you can support me on Patreon, Big Mike Roate. So anything was greatly appreciated. It helps helps me keep up to date, and just trying to expand and trying to get into new things. I kind of want to get out of doing the live caricatures, and I want to branch out and reinvent myself. So any help to help me reinvent myself, help me out, is greatly appreciated. You can donate $1, you can donate more, you can subscribe. They have special privileges if you subscribe to my Patreon and to my Subscribestar. That I'll be posting on shortly. Well, I actually started posting some stuff on there. So feel free. Back to the drawing. Now that we got the sketch out, we're going to need to get another layer. So we're going to go to the plus side for layer, and we're going to work on this layer. So I'll get off the mouse, and now we'll go to, I forget, I'm still used to the old one where I had to move all the time. I don't have to move all the time with this one. Now, I've had lots of dogs in my lifetime, and I loved every single one of them. And dogs are a great pet to have. I recommend them for everybody. Some people just don't like dogs for some reason. Why? It's beyond me. So we're gonna go. So I've gone here and done the ink pen here, but I've been digging this ink pen, the artist set, and I've been playing around with the other stuff. So we're gonna go with this ink pen right here. I like that a lot, and we're gonna come on now. So once he's free from Bob, absolutely. I'm just gonna get rid of that because I'll have that. It's right there, the ink pen, and I'm not gonna switch out. So we're gonna go ahead and go to basic instead of advanced. Yeah, I like a nice, probably from the park, 3.3, because we use 3.3 Caran d'Ache pencils, 3 lines, 100% opacity, and I'll switch it around because what you want is line quality. So here we go. Come on now. There we go. Pop. I didn't like to work on it small sections at a time. So smooth it. Come on now. There we go. So, here we go. Oh, blaspheme. I want it a nice black and white drawing. So we got the blue. Nice litho blue. I'm used to that as doing a lot of drawings on it. It is nice to get, you know, a nice variation, and it doesn't show up too badly on when you try to copy it or whatnot. It'll disappear. So it's kind of like the cartoonist or the illustrator's best friend color, kind of a little bit like green screen. Because even in movies they do something called blue screen, and it's pretty much similar. So we use this big right here. This almond eye.
They do always have 6 sides, and its reference here to be the same.
So,
in 1988, atmospheric researcher Nancy Knight identified 2 identical snowflakes.
Want to know how to make perfect cuts with your circular saw? Get the correct die trench.
Let's back that off. I forgot where. There we go. Let's go this way. There we go.
You're going to drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving. 25 seconds in the last 10 minutes.
First dog that I remember having was a dog called Tigger. It was like a Pekingese is what my mom called it. And it was a wonderful dog. She was over 10 when she ran away. And we just went to go somewhere, and she's out, and she ran after us. So I saw her run after us. But, you know, we didn't think anything of it because she normally didn't leave the yard all too much. And she never showed up again. And then we lived in a place called Loud Thunder, where people had a nasty habit of dropping their unwanted dogs off. I don't know why. So shortly after, we lost Tigger. And I can't remember how Tigger got her name. My mom liked the small Pekingese dogs, little white kind of poodle-esque dog. I ended up I found a Cocker Spaniel that was wandering around, and you know, I coaxed it home. I said it followed me, but yeah, I don't think anyone was buying that story. I coaxed that dog home because I wanted a dog. And Brownie was like a great dog. I think the person dropped him off because the dog was gun shy. And we're used to that because Tigger was didn't like loud noises, fireworks. She would hide underneath the bed. She'd also grab like pieces of toast or bread and put them in your bed, which was kind of annoying, but a little cute at the same time. But it felt like you're sleeping on sandpaper. Anyway, so then we got Brownie, and Brownie was a great dog, pre-trained. She knew how to catch and all that, which was great. And my sister Daisha, I think, wanted a dog. I think that was it. So then we ended up getting Grizzly as a puppy, and Grizzly was a Labrador. We love labs in my family, and Grizzly was not the runt of the litter. He was humongous. I remember going to pick him up, and he was just the biggest out of the whole litter. And he ended up being a really big dog. I got really attached to him to being a puppy and being a kid at my age. So I trained him a lot. Dad showed me how to train the dogs. And Brownie hated him. So Brownie didn't like the competition. So Brownie went off and, nip at him until he got big. And then Brownie was basically underneath the dog, this Cocker Spaniel, nipping above her head And then Grizzly one day just found out, I was like, hey, I'm bigger than you. They fought. It didn't stop Brownie from being from nipping at him. But that poor dog lived to be really old. He started losing his sight and running into things, and eventually he passed. He was a good dog, good find. Should really thank the guy that decided to drop him off that day in the middle of the woods. The young boy really had a great dog that day. Grizzly ended up was very possessive, so he started biting. He started being very dominant. So he bit my sister. He bit me a few times, and then he bit my sister Cody, and that was the last of it. And then we gave him an old couple that he did well with. He they didn't have any kids or anything, or grandkids, and he really shined with them and did a great job from what I understood. Because he wasn't a bad dog. He wasn't a large family dog. He ended up wanting to be domineering. And remember him trying to be domineering to my dad. My dad would just box him and put him in his place. So, I will never learn. Anyway, because I remember him jumping up after my dad, trying to wake me up in the morning. Not that my dad woke me up in the nicest way possible. That wasn't that way. It was open the door really quick, shot, and get up. If you talk to him too early while he's trying to wake up, that didn't work. Yell at you and go, gosh darn, I'm just waking up, leave me alone. So, yeah. But, Grizzly was a good dog. I remember that dog running around, playing around with him outside. He'd sweep underneath my legs and just knock me to the ground. Hey, baby girl. What you doing, baby girl? Oh, there's the boy. There's baby girl. Let's see if I'm going to get work done now. I'm going to have dogs flipping my arms up. All right.